Welcome to One Brothas Mind, and I am KD Smooth. Today we will question and challenge popular information and views from a B1 perspective, while we expose the real facts you need. We do this to strengthen your logical, critical, and discerning thinking skills. Because in today's world, hard choices are mandatory and they come with consequences. So you need all the information. And at One Brothas Mind, we do this from a B1 Yeshua the Christ followers perspective. Now, if you're not ready, you better get ready with KD Smooth at One Brothas Mind. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back again with One Brothas Mind, and I am KD Smooth. Back at you tonight with another broadcast. This broadcast, we're going to discuss and cover this issue in regards to the ban that the U.S. or Biden has put on the gas from Russia, y'all. We are discussing this issue because there's going to be effects from this issue that it's going to affect you. It's going to affect everybody here in the U.S. Okay? So we're going to discuss this issue. And again, here at One Brothas Mind, ladies and gentlemen, we try to provide solutions, practical solutions in dealing with this beast system. So that's what we're trying to do here at One Brothas Mind. So, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Share. We're trying to build this channel and this platform, trying to help us out specifically, but help anybody, but specifically the black family, y'all. We do this from a B1 perspective. So your boy Biden announced the gas prices are banned. Okay, he made the announcement, y'all, and the first question, really, y'all should have been, if y'all are paying attention, that's the first thing. Pay attention. That's the first thing. Pay attention. Okay? Pay attention. Y'all should be paying attention. And y'all should have been anticipating this issue. Sorry for the technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. Y'all should have been paying attention. Y'all should have been anticipating these things. All right. So again, today we're gonna chop it up about what effects are gonna happen and what adjustments you need to make. Okay. So first, right off the top, this is going to have global effects on gas prices. Okay? Especially for the U.S. Until or unless the U.S. works out some other backup gas option, and many of you may have heard, some of you not, the U.S. is crawling back, knocking on Venezuela's door after dissing them and disrespecting them like crazy, trying to implant our own fake president in their country and all kind of other crazy stuff we've done. But we tried to actually previously, the U.S. tried to crash Venezuela's whole gas business, because they run theirs by their government, and they for the most part they share the profits from their gas that they own, that's their natural resource, with their population. Okay, it's not private companies or corporations that own and profit from their natural gas, their gasoline products. They The country does. The citizens do. And the U.S. hates that. So at one time we tried to crash their whole gas market by manipulating the market with the Saudis. Luckily, it didn't work. Then a few years later, after that, we tried to basically implant our own U.S. resident president for Venezuela, in spite of their own democratic election for their own president. We tried to pass, I forget what the guy's name is. But yeah, we tried to do that like we do that in many other countries. It's not no secret, but Venezuela didn't go for that. So now that we've banned Russian oil exports, we're crawling back to other countries, one being Venezuela, trying to see if we can get a back alley deal set up to help us out while this ban is in place, y'all. Other effects that this is going to have, like I said, this is going to have major inflation effects. Significant. Gas prices are going up much higher. I heard a report recently that in Canada, their gas is already $10 a gallon. I don't know if ours will get there to that level, but they very well could. And no, the U.S. reserves, even if Biden opens up the U.S. reserves, that's not enough to reduce or maintain the gas prices for the U.S. and keep them low. You got to have a major source of gas. So it's going to be very interesting to see what Biden decides to do, because he about to get hammered. Because when we hit 5, 6, 7, 8 or more per gallon prices, people are, that's never happened here. Never. It's coming, y'all. So the question is, well, one, why is all this happening? And again, I keep telling y'all, those that know, but especially for those that don't know, the 400 years is up, y'all. The 400 years of our curse, our enslavement for being disobedient to God in the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, that second 400 years where it says, I think it's in verse 68, where it says you're going to go into captivity or slavery again. Again is the key word. And it's going to be for 400 years. Okay? And another key word is you're going to be taken into this captivity on ships. So no, that was not Egypt's slavery. This was another one to come. And we're it here in America and a lot of other places that we've been spread out across the world, across the globe through the slave trade. But that 400 years is up. So at the end of that 400 years, Scripture states God starts to judge the nations and people that have enslaved us and done us wrong and mistreated us, taken advantage of us. God is judging these nations now. That's why you had the predator jump off globally. And here at One Brothas Mind, ladies and gentlemen, we don't use that V word or the C word for that madness we just basically have been dealing with for the last 2 years or so. We call it the predator. Okay? That's why that happened. And a lot of the major fires and other horrific tornadoes and weather flooding and all this stuff is happening, it's judgment, family. It's judgment. And it's just going to get worse. They're only going to get worse. Okay? So now we got this oil ban. Add that to the list. That's going to jack up the global oil trade. And at least for a period of time, it's going to drastically raise our gas prices here in the U.S. Again, the 400 years is up, y'all. This is judgment. One crisis after another, or a whole bunch of crises at the same dang time. Judgment. Now, they're going to tell you all kind of other stuff on the mainstream media. Give you all kind of excuses, but that's all not true. This is judgment, y'all. So, you're saying, okay, well, with all this craziness going on, and let's say, we believe you that this is judgment for the nations in the world. We're going to be affected by this stuff too. Yeah. So that's why, you got to prepare. That's why you should have been preparing. You should have been prepping. You should have been making adjustments and modifications to your life. The better prepared and better adjustments you've made, the less the impact of these things you're going to feel or endure. Okay? So the question is, I want to get your mind on, family, is not just enduring these crises, but there's ways you can actually profit from these crazy situations. Okay? If you really sit down and spend time thinking about it. For example, I'll give you an example. Just like with the Predator, and as well as this one, Jeff Bezos with Amazon is sitting back. He breakdancing. He been breakdancing the whole time. Tap dancing, happy, celebrate. Why? Because his company, Amazon, their profits went up, even though the whole world with the Predator was jacked up. All these people dying, he and his company excelled. Their profits increased. Why? Because more people started doing more shopping online and ordering things online through his company. So they made more money because they didn't want to have to deal with the Predator. Same thing here. The higher gas prices go, the more people are going to shop online, order things virtually. Okay? And that's just more money for him. So my point with this broadcast, ladies and gentlemen, is to get you, family, get you thinking in the same mindset. Not only how can you survive, but how can you profit from, while these crazy things are happening because they're going to keep happening and they're going to get worse. It's going to be more of them. So how can you profit? One, if you've been prepping and making adjustments to your life, like I said a moment ago, these things are not going to affect you in a real significant way. Like, for example, profit, if you're saving money, you're profiting. That's a part of profit, okay? With that being said, family, y'all gonna have to change. A lot of y'all gonna have to change your travel habits. Okay? You're gonna have to start, instead of you decide you want to get a pop or from the store or a soda for the high IQ people, the foo-foo. And you just jump in the car, go to the quick store, grab you a pop, and then drive back home and drink your pop and enjoy it. Okay, yeah, you have a right to do that. But Is it the cost of you going to get that with these high gas prices? Is that really logical and beneficial to you? Is it worth it anymore? No. You got to stop doing stuff like that. So you got to change your travel habits. You have to make sure that you are, or let's put it this way. One suggestion is that you start planning out. When you go out in your car to do something, make sure you do at least 3+ things on that trip. You get 3 things that you need to do or that you want to do accomplished on that trip. In addition to that, you make sure that the things that you do, those 3 or more things, they're all in close proximity of each other. I'd say like 10 minutes or less, hopefully in proximity to each other. So for example, say you got something that you have to do. You got to go do it. Okay? You schedule your time to go do it and everything when it works for your schedule. But before you go do it, you start asking yourself, is there anything else that I need to do? Well, a lot of times you probably need to pick up a few things from the grocery store. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop at the grocery store while before or after I go do this thing. Okay, well, you need to look, Google, whatever, find the grocery store nearest the location where you're going to do what you have to do. So either before or just after you finish, you can go stop at that grocery store real quick, grab what you need. Okay? Say there's something else you need to do or you want to do. Find where you can do that, again, right in close proximity to the activity that you have to do. Why? Because you're going to do all these quick little stops all within the same approximate area and then go home, right? And you will have saved yourself a whole bunch of gas and prevented yourself from driving from this side of the town to the other side of the town to, that's too much gas. You can't do that. Gas too high. You also could do stuff if it ain't in close proximity. Is it on your way to what you have to do? Right on the way. You ain't got to go out of your travel path. It's right on the way. Or is it on your way home? Right on your travel path? That's another way you can do that. But the old saying is you got to knock out 2 birds with 1 stone. Really, you got to knock out multiple birds or multiple activities or multiple functions with 1 stone, with 1 trip. Okay? You have to start planning that out, family. All right? Eliminating unnecessary trips. The trip to the store to get you a pop or a soda, you got to kill that. Say that for when you actually already heading that way. Another thing, family, a lot of y'all, I don't know why that is. Well, before I get to the second recommendation on this, yes, Katie Smooth, I've been living this way as far as doing multiple items and activities on 1 trip in the same approximate area or on my way there or on my way back. I've been living that way for over 20 years, y'all. It ain't nothing new to me. It's normal for me. But a lot of y'all ain't been doing that. So this high gas, I ain't overly tripping. Yeah, I hate it that the gas prices are going to go up, but it ain't going to break my bank. It ain't going to break me because I've been adjusted years ago. So it ain't going to really affect me and how I get out. Okay? Now, another thing I was getting ready to get to that y'all can do, what was it? Grocery store. Groceries, family. A lot of y'all pretty much go to the grocery store, if not every day, every other day. And y'all just buy the food that you need for the meal that you want to make. Y'all can't do that. Especially with the gas prices going up. You got to go to... It's the recommendation here at One Brothas Mind family. You should only be going to the grocery store at most about twice a week, every 2 weeks. Once every 2 weeks. If not more, longer than that. Family, you got to plan out what you want to eat for your dinners, what meals each week you want to eat. Buy all of that food at the grocery store. Buy it in bulk. Also, another money-saving thing if you're not doing it. Okay? Keep food in your house. That's a huge part of being prepped. Keeping food in your house. I mean, if y'all ain't know before that, y'all should know by now with the predator and what craziness has happened and went on. Y'all should already be doing that. You should have been doing it before the predator happened. Like the rest of us preppers. But definitely now. Keep food in your house. I want to drop this little caveat here. I know, ladies, sisters, come in. Y'all, come here for just a second. I know I'm gonna whisper this to y'all. I know a lot of y'all, not keeping food in y'all house, y'all refrigerator empty, cabinets empty. That's been y'all, the way y'all been keeping yourselves looking all nice and fit, slim and trim. Because if you ain't got no food in your house when you come home and you get hungry, if you ain't got no food in the house, most times y'all too lazy to get up and go to the store and get you something. You just gone to go to sleep. That's been y'all diet plan. Yeah, I'm telling the secret, but I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and go to the grocery store and get some real grocery shopping done. Okay? I know it's gonna be food in the house, but y'all gonna have to come on. Y'all gonna have to do a little bit more exercise or what have you. Sisters, y'all ain't gonna be able to get away with that, especially if you got, childrens. You gotta keep food in the house. I know sisters to this day, they don't keep food in the house. Their kids be like calling them, "Mama, what we supposed to eat?" And then their mama stop at the grocery store on the way home from work and pick up some of your hair. And they just, every day or every couple of days, that's what they doing. And no, can't do that, especially with these high gas prices. Can't do it. Now, I won't say this, sisters. Now, like I said, I know that's been a lot of y'all little cheat playing, how y'all been scamming, keeping yourselves looking delicious. But y'all gonna have to back up off of that. And because of that, because y'all got food in the house, and cookies and all the good stuff, if that's what you got, try not to buy that stuff. But if you got it, I understand. And so y'all might actually get a little more swole, a little more fit, because of it. And hey, them brothers that's got a problem with that, hey, bump them. Don't worry about them. Katie Smooth and the rest of the real black men, we love y'all. We love it. Yeah. The only thing, just don't swell up like the Kool-Aid man talking about, oh yeah. Oh, don't do that. No, don't do that. So you still gotta have some discipline, y'all sisters. And this go for the brothers too. Hey man, I can't. Hey, I've been known not to turn down a pack of cookies or some ice cream, whatever I got in my house. Hey man, I get it. I understand. So we all have to be disciplined. Okay? And I'm a cookie fiend, so I have to, it's a struggle of mine, y'all. Y'all just pray for me. But anyway, We have to be disciplined, but y'all might swell up a little bit, but it's okay. Just a little bit is okay. That's all right. Yeah. Yeah. A little bit more here and over there and shaking that. Ooh, yeah, all right. But okay, but you can't all of a sudden become the Kool-Aid man. That's no, y'all sisters. So you got to keep some discipline. All right, but keep some food in your house. It's not worth it with all these high gas prices running around. Okay, and your children are hungry, so keep some in the house for them too. So that's another option or habit that y'all need to change. And really, everybody, y'all need to be prepping. Y'all need to be building up your food preps. I shouldn't even have to tell people this now. We done been through one of these already. It's slowly dying off, but who says tomorrow they're not going to announce, the new version has been found, and in a couple weeks, boom, it's right back jumping. Build your food storage. Build your food storage supplies, y'all. Okay. Also, you're going to have to eliminate unnecessary activities. Yeah, you may want to do this or that, but either eliminate them, or when you do have a travel trip, car trip that you have to do, say, I have to go do this, got to handle business. Okay, well, when I'm done with that, I want to grab me something to eat or stop and dine in somewhere if you're doing that. Okay, well, look in that area. Look in that close proximity of where you're going to say, is there anything that I want to go ahead and get or try to eat? Any dinner in that area? That's something you want to do, or do it in that area where you are. You're already going there. You have to. That's how you add multiple things. You may have a little fun you want to do it. Find a way you can do it in that area. So you ain't driving, like I said, from this side of the town to the other side of the town. Coordinate, schedule. All right. A third option, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to have to, a lot of y'all need to carpool. Y'all need to start communicating. You got social media. Start communicating with your family and friends. You got to get to work every day. Some of y'all work, both of y'all or several of y'all work downtown. Okay. Well, if we leave 15 minutes early, if the person that's driving leaves 15 minutes earlier, and y'all maybe drive to their house, or they drive by your house and pick you up, and you paying them, putting money in their pocket to help cover the cost of them driving, the gas cost. If it's 3 of y'all in the car, all of y'all are saving money. And they drive y'all downtown, drop you off at your spot, drop you off at your spot. Y'all do y'all jobs, y'all get off around the same time. They circle back around, pick everybody up, and y'all drive back to y'all areas, to y'all homes, and get dropped off. Carpooling, it ain't that hard. You just got to find people that live nearest you. That's all. If you want to put a map up, start a map on your social media with your friends list. Ask people that are looking for carpooling to initial the areas in the map where they live. So now everybody can see, let me contact this initial person. They're close to me. I didn't know we lived that close. We right in the same area. Okay, let's us one-on-one communicate and see if we can work out our schedules match up and we can work out this carpool thing. Okay? It's not hard to do. I know for a lot of us, family, we have young children and stuff, so carpooling is a little harder because when you get off work, you got to go pick up your kids from school, daycare, whatever it is. So, that's a little harder to do. So sometimes, two people or three people that all have to go pick up their kids in different places and whatnot, it takes a whole lot more coordination. But sometimes your kids go to the same schools. Okay? So if you dig a little harder in that, you can work that out. Okay, family? So that's another option. And then a lot of people are going to get into, I know when the Predator jumped off and everybody was trying to stay in, the whole bicycle industry went crazy. Bicycles sold out. Bicycle repair shops were backed up for months. It's about to happen again. That's another effect. It's about to happen again. Bicycles, little scooters, little electric bikes, and other smaller forms of transportation that get way better gas mileage. Small little mini bikes and motorcycles that are street legal, little mopeds, whatever you want to call them. They're all about to get real popular right now. You're going to be, getting your pimping on a moped. That's going to become cool in a lot of neighborhoods. Whereas up to now, that's like, nah. It's like, yeah, I got the whip. I got the drop top at the crib. I got my Deuce 5 in the garage. But I'm on my little moped right now because my Deuce 5 eat too much gas. Baby, we gonna ride the moped. It's nice out. Come on, get on the back of this motorcycle, this small bike, or this moped or scooter. Let's go to the movie. I got a bike lock. I'm gonna lock it up. You gonna make some adjustments. Pimping ain't easy, y'all. I know a lot of y'all sisters like, I wish dude would try to pull up on me with a moped or a little mini bike or something. Hey, it's gonna happen. Let gas prices get up to $10 a gallon. You'll be lucky if somebody pull up on you riding anything. A lot of people gonna go by. If you may have these SUVs and large old school whips and all that. They beautiful, they fine, but they gonna park them jokers and they gonna go buy them a little Malibu or some other little Asian car. Those are that's another effect. Those cars are gonna start selling real good while these gas prices are high. Them small cars. Why? Because they get way better gas mileage. So sisters, you're gonna have to put all of that in that smaller little whip and just make it happen. So again, another reason, don't swell up like the Kool-Aid man, because you ain't gonna be able to get in them small little whips that the brothers is pulling up with. All right. I'm trying to make fun of this, ladies and gentlemen, but these are things we have to do, and we're gonna have to, should have been doing, but you're gonna have to start doing it. Okay? Now, let me say, family, if as a part of this, with the inflation and prices of everything going up, and trying to afford what gas is now or what it's going to get up to, for a lot of people, family, a lot of y'all, it's going to make y'all, if you wasn't already financially struggling, it's going to put you in a financial struggle where you got to start calculating the calculations. You got to start doing the budget if you haven't been living on a budget. You got to figure out where your money's going to make sure you got enough, because this is your fuel cost is going to at least double if it hasn't already, if not more. And for a lot of people out here, family, we live in check to check. That's huge. Calculate the calculations. So if you're struggling, here's the question that I want you to ask yourself. How can I profit from these high gas prices? or while they're high. How can I make more money? We already talked about savings, ways to save. Okay? Anyway, anything that helps you save money, yes. Okay? Now, how can I generate more money? How can I profit? Especially if I'm struggling. The answer to that question, ladies and gentlemen, is do something that people need. There's your answer. Do something that people need. Whatever need you want to address, do something that people need. Some of y'all going, well, okay, but what? What is that? How you know what people need? I got you. KD Smooth got you. Here you go. Side hustles. Or your own full-time legal business or underground business. Many of y'all already know. Y'all knew it when I said it. Okay? Do for yourself. Work for yourself. Make extra money, or again, I'll put it this way, if you're, okay, let me say this. For the family that's working, you go and punch a clock somewhere. But month after month, you still really don't have any money, significant money that you're able to save and collect and build and build towards your future, and you're frustrated. You are the perfect person in a perfect situation to start your own side hustle or full-time business. Because 9 times out of 10, if you do it right, you can make more money than you're making going work wherever it is that you're working, punching that clock. Okay? There's a good chance you might be able to double your salary. All you got to do is get it started. And you don't have to start off real big. Just start off slow as a small side hustle. Do it, get it going, get what you need, get this things that you need and build. Let it build, let it grow. Or if you got a few bucks, hey, this was tax season. Get that tax check. That's enough money to start your own business, your own hustle, legally or underground. And let me say this, family, when I say legally or underground, when I'm talking about businesses, yeah, you can go file for your business license and do all this and ask for permission to do whatever it is that you want to do. And by attaining that license, put somebody else in control over what your life and what you do for a business. You can decide to do that. I mean, hey, get in where you fit in. Or, family, you still can decide to do your business for yourself, and you don't have to go ask nobody for no permission. In most cases, just do it. But again, you got to do it right. You got to have quality service, quality business, quality product. You got to be crazy organized, and you got to be respectful of your customers. If you do those 3 things, whatever business you choose, legal or underground, it's going to prosper. And you advertise it and communicate it and let people know you're doing something, or you're out there, you have a product or a service. Okay? And a lot of y'all, I mean, this is, y'all know, y'all already been doing it. Y'all already been there. Ever since the Predator jumped off, y'all, boom, jumped in it. But there's still too many of us that are struggling, running around trying to work for them people, working, do they stuff, and they ain't paying nothing. And you sitting there feeling like you trapped. You're not. There's something anybody and everybody can do as your own business or side hustle and slowly grow it or quickly grow it, whichever you're able to do. But grow it and get it out there and start making plenty of money. More money than you making working for them people. Then you can walk away from there, which millions have done since the Predator family. We know this. But I'm specifically speaking to the black family. It's doable. But again, you gotta focus on doing something that people need. You can't say, well, I got my own little jewelry earring business. Okay, that's cool, that's a business. But do people need that? So, and the second question is, do people need that during a crisis? Right. So if you're trying to come up with an idea or whatever, I'm going to give you some as you see on your screen. But the best option is to do something or create a business, legal or underground, that's focused on things that people need, especially during crazy crises, if that's a word. So, what could you do? Well, most of y'all know a lot of these already. You got your mobile mechanic out there. You got, doing catering events in the middle top. Some of y'all are great cooks. You can start your own little pop-up or actually a pull-up underground at your house or apartment. As long as you're quality, organized, and respectful. And that part, being respectful, if you started at your spot or your home or your apartment, you have to be crazy respectful to your neighbors. Make sure your customers are crazy respectful. When they pull up, they can't park in the neighbor's drive and block the neighbor's yard. Don't tell them, don't even park in front of the neighbor's yard. Park in my spaces or my registered spaces or my driveway. No loud noises. Don't pull up bumping no music. No disrespect to none of your neighbors. Don't be an annoyance. If you are running a business, make sure your customers understand that off top. Okay? Whether you running a legal business or underground hustle. Run it respectfully of your customers and your neighbors if you're doing it in your neighborhood, at your home, whatever. That's required. Okay? But like I said, this is kind of an announcement, I guess. I am myself, I got a couple side hustles, things that I do, but I'm starting a new one. I'm getting in my gardening, not as a side hustle, but as a part of my family, my preparedness for my family. I'm starting a garden this year, y'all, and I'm gonna be doing some broadcasts just specifically on garden here. So stay tuned to that. It's going to be, I'm not gonna do it in a way that I've seen nobody doing it on YouTube. Okay? I've come up with a new way of doing it. And it's called mobile raised bed gardening. Mobile raised beds. Okay? I've been working on this whole idea for several years. And the whole reason why it's mobile is to increase the security options of the garden. But I'll get into that in another broadcast. Stay tuned to One Brothas Mind Channel. Make sure you subscribe and turn on all notifications so when those videos drop and I break that down and show y'all how to do that, whether you in the suburbs or in the hood, there's a way I've come up with to do mobile raised bed gardens where you can run your garden and have significantly more security for your garden. Because last thing you want is to put in all that work in the garden and then have Pookie and them or somebody or the Karens, whoever, have them come in and literally steal everything out your garden. Okay? So stay tuned for that. But all the other ones, the beauty, man, I can't talk today. The barbers and the beauticians, they already know this. They've been doing it. That's part of what they do. Landscapers, there's a whole bunch of different options you can do. And a lot of them don't take a whole lot of startup costs, y'all. I'm specifically talking to the ones that either haven't done it yet or don't think they can do it. Okay, the ones of y'all that's doing it, I don't really need to say nothing to y'all other than step y'all customer service game up and y'all quality up, man. Unless your stuff is really popping, but step your game up. Stop being so dang hard-headed. Listen to your customer. Improve your service or product. But anyway, there's a whole lot of stuff you can do. To give you an example, I'll give you an old school example. My just literally with myself. When I was a youngster, say around about 4, 5 years old, both of my parents worked full time. We had one car. Both of my parents worked full-time jobs, right? So my father drove the car every day because his job, let's just say he did that. Okay. My mother actually rode our city bus system to her job. She worked in our downtown area. So all the buses went to the downtown area. So it was easy for her to ride the bus to her job. Right? But to do that, she had to literally walk from our house and basically walk 2 short blocks to get to the bus stop pickup location, right? Well, within that 2 short block walk, my parents found another older lady that was retired that lived real close, within walking distance, only a few houses down on one of those 2 short blocks, right? They checked the lady out and everything. She was doing sitter service, right? Daycare. All right. And after checking them out, they was like, okay, they agreed. They agreed to pay her what she wanted to be paid. They paid her, and then all of a sudden, my mother told me, made me a lunch every day, and on her way to the bus stop, she would walk me to Miss Jones' house or Miss Williams' house. I don't remember the lady's name, right? Drop me off there, give my little brown bag lunch that she had filled up with food, Kool-Aid and everything. I was straight. And I'm at Miss Jones' house. Miss Jones had a basement. She had anywhere from 3 to 6 kids that was staying with her. Miss Jones didn't really do nothing. She had her basement full of toys. She made sure we all knew where the bathroom was. And we stayed reasonably quiet. She didn't let us get all loud and crazy down in her basement. But Miss Jones was upstairs watching the soap operas, y'all. And then all she really did was every day at a certain time, about half of the day while we were there, she was like, okay, lunchtime. We'd all come up and sit at Miss Jones' kitchen table, and each of us had our names wrote on our little lunch bags and stuff. She would give us all our lunch stuff, bags, and we would all eat, have a good time eating, hanging out, and we get done, clean up our trash, and go right back downstairs in the basement with the toys and stuff. That was it. But Miss Jones was getting paid by each one of those parents of those kids. You can do that. And There's a lot of people say, well, you got to get a license for that. No, you don't. There's no law that says you have to have a license to babysit your cousins, your little cousins. Show me that law. It doesn't exist. Now, yes, if you want to open and operate a fully operational licensed daycare center in a facility or out of your home and all of that, yeah, you do. But if you're just doing babysitting, if y'all listening, if you just babysitting, you gotta have no license for that. All you got to have is a good agreement, or at best a written agreement between you and the parents, you and your cousins. You know, this is what y'all gonna pay me. Y'all gonna pay me up front. Or y'all ain't bringing your kids over here now. You know, but you have a written agreement. Bam, they pay you. Bring little Charlie, little Dante, little Shanika on over. Hang out. Man, it's so easy to do that right now. And here's the thing. Let's take it from today's, kind of cost of daycare. Most people paying $1,500, $2,000 a month for daycare. Right? Let's say you decided to do what Miss Jones was doing back in the day. Something thereabout. Okay. Now, first thing, if you thinking, I'm going to charge $2,000 too. No, you got the game messed up. You tripping. Okay? But let's say you only charge half of what the average daycare cost is in your area. So if it's $2,000, for example, you're going to charge $1,000 a month. If you got 4 kids that you babysitting, just making sure they good, take care of them, make sure they eat, they safe, they good. There's $4,000 a month income. That's $48,000 a year that you could be earning legally with a full license or not. Now, some of y'all listening, y'all like, there's more money that I make now? Exactly. That's my point, family. For many of us, we out here working, and a lot of y'all already picked up on this. That's why millions of people have stopped working for them slave masters. And they start doing their own things like this. Things like this, what's on your screen. And there's a whole list of them that you could do. And you're going to be better off and more secure. And guess what? If you're doing your own thing, whether it's legally or underground, if you're doing your own thing, you ain't got to, when they come and say, oh, you got to go get the ooh-wee. It's required. If you're going to work here, you have to get the ooh-wee. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, we don't talk about that or use that V word for what they try to make everybody get. We call it the ooh-wee, the predator and the ooh-wee here at One Brothas Mind. So if you're doing your own business, whether it's a legal business or not, you ain't got to get the ooh-wee. There's nobody to tell you what to do. You are in control. You do what you want to do. You see how that protects you and shields you? Most people would understand that as a much better position to be in. You want to be in control of you, your body, and what you do and don't do when you do it. Not somebody else. If somebody else is controlling you, then basically they're the master and you're the slave. Okay? And it's our recommendation here at One Brothas Mind, ladies and gentlemen. When you do your own hustle or business, whichever way you decide to do it, do not use these cash apps or cash card things. Y'all gotta stop using it. I did a story on that specific issue here at One Brothas Mind. Go into the channel, go into the playlist, or search for it, cash card, or just put cash in. It'll pop up. Check that video out. I broke that down as to why y'all don't want to be doing that. They're changing. They're just making up new laws out of thin air. One reason is they came up with that $600 jacked up new law out of thin air, talking about you gotta they gotta report your income, everything over $600 within a year's time to the IRS to force you to pay taxes on and stuff. Trying to take more money out your pocket. You know, there's other reasons, but check that video out, and I go into a lot more detail there. But don't use cash. Do cash on. That way you're in total control. You're in total control of your business, and especially with regards to what income you're reporting. Pookie. Okay. So, and then for people that would be a customer of yours, provide them a written receipt. You know, because a lot of people, especially depending on what your business is and what you're charging, they need to turn in these costs on their taxes. Provide them with written receipts. Okay? And keep those receipts in your file. So if the IRS contact you, say, did this person, yes, you can confirm. You can produce your copy of the receipt. You know? So basically, it's do for self. Like I said, in working for someone else, that means they're the master and you're the slave. Many of y'all have already broke that chain and got loose from that, but there's too many more of us that need to do that. Okay, and then some of y'all know, first, another thing is coming to y'all mind. Y'all saying, well, I gotta have my job. I gotta have health insurance. Well, no, you don't. If you remember, your boy Obama, the Obamacare is out there now. You can pay for your own health insurance. Get whatever package you want. The cheapest package, or you can get the platinum diamond package, Obamacare, whatever they calling it. You know, whatever you feel you and your family need. You don't have to get your health care through your employer no more, which is another reason why millions of people have flipped the script, because that was one of the traps that they keep or have kept people trapped into. That trap is over, at least as long as Obamacare is available. Okay? So, oh man, I could go into more and more detail, but y'all see it. You know, the hustles or businesses are there. There's a long list of them. All right? Start one. You can profit. If you got a pull-up catering business, that's what we're going to call it here at One Brothas Mind. You're doing catering. It's legal to do catering out of your home. Catering, family. Are you listening? Catering. You can't sell plates of food, but you can do catering. Are y'all listening? In most cities, it's legal to do catering. In some cities, like in California, you don't have to call it anything else. You can just set up a pop tent right in your driveway or on your property and go at it. But in other places that are more restrictive, it has to be a catering business. You got to operate it that way. Do your research. Okay, so let's say you did that. Again, cash on. Respectful of your business, your customers, and your neighbors. Think about this. While gas prices are, if they get up to $10 a gallon, what do you think people are going to rather do? Are they going to want to jump in their car, drive to the 10, 15 minutes to the nearest McDonald's or whatever it is, you know, that they want to go get something to eat? Or if you sitting there right in the neighborhood, right on their block or around the corner on the next block with your pull-up, and they know about it, you've notified them, you've put flyers on their doors and all that, and you got quality, top shelf food catering that they can partake in, which do you think they're going to begin to start choosing? Going way out to McDonald's to get that nasty trash food, killer food, or are they going to start trying to try your pull-up out? And if it's quality, if it's fire, they're going to keep coming back to your pull-up because it's right here on the block. They get good food, good catering food, and they don't have to go 10, 15, 20 minutes to go somewhere else to eat. People are going to make those kind of decisions as the gas prices continue to go up, and the longer they're up, that whole time, people are going to make those decisions more and more. So it's a great time to profit. If all you're doing is a catering business, pull up, okay. I mean, you can go through any of the things that's on your screen and I can break it down. It's doable, and it don't cost a whole lot to start these things. And again, if you're going to get into the catering business, make sure you are food safe certified, ladies and gentlemen. This recommendation here at One Brothas Mind. There's a food safety, like Board of Health certification that you need to study. Take the little test, pass the test, get your certification. That ensures you are using the same food safety requirements for your area that the restaurants are using. Don't just you gotta have these types of notices and little documents on your pull-up so people can see, hey, I know what I'm doing here. I'm doing things the right way, so your customers can have confidence in your service. Okay? Last thing I want to touch on real quick, ladies and gentlemen, is why is this stuff happening? You had the Predator. It's still kind of have going on. I'm just sitting back listening. I fully expect another version to pop up here any day now, and then it explode, and we right back in the middle of that. But now you got this war going on. These gas prices going crazy. Why is all this stuff happening? Like I said at the very beginning, the 400 years is up. This is judgment. Family, this is judgment. Book of Deuteronomy in the Bible, chapter 28. Read the whole chapter. But definitely when you get around verse 68, focus. Read it real slow. Read it multiple times. Listen to what you're reading. Understand. It's right there. And that's just the first one. There's information of what's going on all throughout Scripture that back up this, that many of us, black family, here in the U.S. and in other places that were victims or descendants of the transatlantic slave trade, most of us, if not all of us, we are a part of or descendants of the lost tribe, the lost black tribe of Judah. We're not black, y'all. We're Israelites. We are Hebrews. For some of y'all that just really hearing this for the first time, a light bulb just went off in your head. Is that why all this stuff, the slavery and all this stuff has been happening now? Yes. Do your research. Go through One Brothas Mind Channel. I got videos, I got playlists for this information that explains, it goes into detail like crazy, y'all. Go through it. For a lot of us, call ourselves or still call ourselves Christian. I get it. I used to call myself a Christian. I don't. I did my research. I did my study. I learned. Not no Christian. I don't practice Christianity anymore. I use the same book, the Bible, but I don't practice Christianity. That's a whole nother video, y'all. It's a whole nother rabbit hole. Christianity is satanic, y'all. Real quick, why? Because it was created by them. Now let's just say that. It was created by them. The first followers of Yeshua the Christ, they weren't Christians. They were just followers of Yeshua the Christ. They didn't call themselves Christians. They were just followers and disciples. Somebody else came up with that term Christian. And then after a bunch of other drama, I'm not going to get into the history, they end up hijacking or usurping the whole movement, the whole idea, the whole name of Christianity or being a Christian. They made it a thing, y'all. And it was a different thing. And it's always been a different thing since then. Talking about the Roman Empire, y'all. Okay? So y'all need to do your research. Wake up. Most of us here in the U.S. and in a lot of places throughout the transatlantic, we're not Christians. We're not black. We're descendants. We're Hebrews. We're Israelites, y'all. From the black royal tribe of Judah. Okay, I mean, I'm gonna get off of this because, like I said, man, this I could go on and on and on, and it'll become a whole different broadcast. I'm trying to focus on it, but the main reason why I'm bringing that up is to piggyback on, you know, these hustles or businesses that we can do. If you're working for yourself, let's say you do your research and you start to come to understand, and your eyes are open as to who you are, black family. Okay, let's say you're there. You're like, okay, and you decide, you know what? I want to start, instead of practicing the pagan the pagan holidays, I'm going to do Hebrew, Israelite holiday. Great, fine. Number one, I'm going to start practicing the Sabbath day, just as Scripture says. There's nothing in Scripture, nowhere, for y'all preachers and pastors listening, that says we're supposed to keep Sunday holy. It didn't say Sunday, it said the Sabbath day. And for most people that have done their research, they understand the Sabbath day is Saturday, not Sunday. So miss me, y'all, with your Sunday excuses, because that's all they are, excuses. If you are a follower of Yeshua the Christ, you're going to do what the Word says. Old Testament, New Testament, Yeshua the Christ himself, he said the Sabbath, not Sunday. You have to choose whom you going to serve. All right, I'm sorry, I'm going to stop. But, okay, here's my point about the Sabbath. If you have your own business and you're doing for self, guess what also you can do? You can say, well, on all your little advertising, you can let your customers know, I'm not open on Saturday. No business on Saturday. Not available. And if you're doing a catering business, you can say, man, why are you doing that, man? That's when you can make most of your money. No, I practice the Sabbath day. And some of your customers will be like, wait, what do you mean? What's that? And you get an opportunity to witness, to share with them what it is. Potentially help inspire them to do their research and learn who they are. But the point is, family, you have the control to dictate what your schedule is, when you work, when you don't work. If you doing it, that's my point on that one. Sorry about, getting off subject, but there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So solutions, again, here at One Brothas Mind, practical solutions. That's what we try to offer. Please like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Turn on all notifications so you know when we go live or when we post up new broadcasts. And y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. What are y'all doing to profit from the madness that's going on, that's coming? I know a lot of y'all already doing. A lot of y'all also have other business ideas and suggestions. Put them in the comments. Share. Help the family out. There's a lot of us are still stuck, still struggling with this beast system. Okay? So just putting in other hustle or business ideas that's doable, especially when it's things that are need-based, you're meeting the needs of people, because those are you can have a hustle or a business that provides for people's needs or for our community's needs. You can do that anywhere in the world if you're meeting needs. But if you got a little jewelry business where you're selling earrings and stuff, I mean, yeah, it's cool, but it ain't gonna really fly, especially during hard times, during struggle, during judgment times. That ain't gonna really fly that well. You know, and no shade on the sisters that's running their jewelry business or whatever kind of business they running. Do it. I wish you all the best. But you might consider also doing something needs-based. Most of them are. You know, there's no rule that says you can only do 2 hustles. Yeah, 5 or 10 of them. Well, get in where you fit in. Okay? But let me know in the comments. Share some other ideas of ways we can profit while this craziness, these judgments are happening, so we can thrive during these hard times while other people struggle. We want to excel. Okay? All right, family. This concludes this broadcast for One Brothas Mind. We thank you for joining us, and as a part of the new Black media, B1 choices are mandatory, and being on code is required. But never fear, Yeshua the Christ is with you always. Shalom.